everyone in the YouTube world, it's the Spirit Room 152. Okay, so, this is gonna be TMI, but seriously, I'm not gonna, let's just pretend that this isn't, some major gross thing, okay? Cool. Okay, so back in June, I got something called the Mirena IUD. And basically what an IUD is, it's a T-shaped device that goes into your uterus. IUD stands for intrauterine device. And like I said, it goes into your uterus and it prevents pregnancy for up to 12 years, depending on the kind you get. If you get the hormonal one, which is Mirena, that lasts about 5 years. If you get the copper one, which is Paragard, that lasts about 12 years. I have Mirena, and I have it so that way I can straighten out and I got it to straighten out my period, not for birth control. And for the record, I've never had sex. Just putting that out there. And so 2 months after I got the IUD, I visited the set of Law & Order SVU. The two are tied together, bear with me. And I got to meet my favorite person from the show, Peter Scandavino. And I spoke to him 3 times that day. And the second time I spoke to him, he offered me a bottle of water because there was an almost 1 hour window of time where I was away from the set because I had to find a way to keep my battery from dying. And I ended up going to a Verizon store on West 125th Street and bought a Mophie Juice Pack Ultra. I spent $163 to keep my battery from dying. That's $149 plus the ridiculously high New York City sales tax, which is 8.875%. So yeah, and then I had to take an Uber back to the set. I had to take an Uber to the Verizon store as I had been walking for about 15-20 minutes. The heat was really making me exhausted, and I had to have someone drive me to the store, and then I had to have someone drive me back to the set. And by the time I got back, I was really, really thirsty, and and to be honest with you, the last time I drank water that day was about 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. And so when I came back, Peter was outside the apartment building they were filming in. They were filming the 4th episode, Institutional Fail. Excuse me. And so by the time I got back, I remember just being really, just being exhausted from the heat, although I did feel rested. I did feel a bit rested from the car ride, but still, so I managed to get back to the top of the steps to the apartment building, and Peter was outside. And he was all, "Hey, Christina, how are you doing?" I was like, and yes, he actually does know my name. It's pretty awesome. Not to brag, just to be clear. And I was like, well, let's see. I just came back from the Verizon store, to keep my battery from dying, and I'm feeling a bit dehydrated, which was true, because I honestly can't remember the last time, like I said, last time I drank water was about 9 or 10 o'clock that morning. And Peter offered me some water. 2 weeks before I went to the set, the cast of SVU minus Raul Esparza appeared on Ice and Coco's talk show. And I remember Coco saying you don't want to drink the water on the set. And that was kind of like a joke because 3/5 of the cast were expecting. Kelly Giddish had her baby, and then Ice and Peter are left. And so I drank the water, and I totally forgot about Coco's warning. And so I accepted Peter's offer because the water was something I really needed at the time. So I totally forgot about Coco's warning, and I drank the water. And for the record, I still have that water bottle, except it's empty empty. It's unclear. Empty. And it's sitting on top of my guitar amp. And so yeah, I drank the water, and it didn't hit me until the next day when I was headed on the subway, that I drank in the water. And I remember messaging a friend of mine about how it had just hit me that I drank in the water, and I was kind of like making jokes about like how like, oh my god, is Peter trying to make me fertile? And then I kind of made a joke about and then I made a joke or two about my IUD popping out because of it. And okay, so when you get an IUD, you're supposed to do monthly string checks. Well, I did my string check. The thing I joked about is an actual thing. To say, like, that's just putting it lightly. So that joke I made about my IUD popping out is now an actual thing. And you're probably asking yourself, is this girl really that stupid? Does she, like, it's not like, I mean, is she really that stupid? Does she really think water can do this to her? Well, just for the record, I am aware that water cannot make you fertile. Okay, I am completely aware of that. Water cannot make you fertile. If it did, we'd be dropping dead from dehydration. And people would be getting pregnant left and right. So there's that. And I feel, and it's not because I drank the water. I feel like this is karma getting back at me for some reason. So, yeah. So I feel like because I failed to listen, I have to go see my GYN sometime next week. Oh, lovely. Either this week or next week, I'm gonna have to see my GYN. And it really just, honestly, I didn't think my joke would become an actual thing, but now that it has, I have to face the music. And I plan on going back to New York during spring break. And I'm going back March 27th through April 2nd. And so there's that. And if SVU is filming at that time, I plan on going back to observe filming. And yeah. Well, let's just say, should Peter offer me a bottle of water, well, of course I'm gonna take it. But yeah, I'll take my chances with the water, okay? Alright, I'll take my chances. But, yep, I feel like for whatever reason, I feel like this is karma getting back at me somehow. Yep, the Spirit Room 152 signing off. Alright, bye guys.